You previously described Donald Trump as a friend. Are you concerned that your closeness with the president could damage your chances in the eyes of the electorate?
Look, I didn't choose this war. The Americans and Israelis chose it. But I think the Prime Minister was completely wrong to deny the use of Diego Garcia in the early days. I think we've sort of managed to upset the Americans, upset most of the Middle East, upset Cyprus. We've learned we haven't got a Royal Navy that frankly is worth a candle. 3 weeks and 1 day to get HMS Dragon down to defend British sovereign territory, and now it's gone back into dock. So a lot's happened over the course of the last few weeks, and yes, I didn't approve of Trump's language, but it's typical of him. Up the ante ahead of doing a deal.
Are you saying that you would have let America, in hindsight, use our bases to attack rather than for defences?
I said that right at the very start.
Yeah.
Do you know something? If we've learned anything in the last month, it is that Britain is defenceless without America.
Have you spoken with the president at all since the conflict?
No, I haven't. I spoke to him earlier this year. I've not spoken to him since. It's his war. You know, we're involved because rockets have been fired at British bases. We can't pretend it's not happening, but we're not going to get involved directly. But denying America use of those bases has caused a rift between us and America that from our perspective is actually very dangerous. And by the way, it doesn't matter whether it's Trump as president or Biden as president, this relationship with America matters.
Given his comments about threats to wipe out their civilisation, would you have not wanted to maybe step in, as he's a friend, as you call him a friend, and say to him, maybe it's time to tone it down?
I've said that to him a few times over the years on several issues. That's his style, that's the way he does things, and it's something that most people in Britain find difficult to get a handle on.
Do you think his language has changed since the conflict started?
Yes, he's showing frustration. I think the use of bad language, the message yesterday shows a deeply frustrated American president. And my sense, from talking to people in and around the White House, is that he was given a scenario by the so-called experts that was slightly more optimistic than it's turned out to be. And maybe Venezuela, the real success of Venezuela gave the Americans a slight degree of overconfidence.
Does he need better advisors then?
Well, who's to say? If the primary purpose of this was to stop Iran getting a nuclear bomb, then I still believe that it was the right thing to do.